back to the Little Hawk Sports Podcast. I'm your host, Jack Rogers, and I'm here with
Rito Perez,
Jack Lampy,
Owen Rayfield.
And we are, why don't I let you say it?
We are the state champions that break state news.
Of course.
Of
and
course.
I'd also like to say we are the four horsemen that are Little Hawk athletes that give you insight to Little Hawk sports.
Yeah, we're going to need to, those are still a work in progress, I'd say.
Those are still a work in progress, but we're trying to find our identity as a podcast. But we also, breaking news, we have a new logo.
Yes, sir. Clap it up for the new logo.
Yes.
Owen Rayfield worked tirelessly for 40 minutes on that logo. So
It was a long and grueling
Jack
40
Rogers.
minutes.
I kind of stood there and hyped him up, but it was a good 40 minutes. Fall sports are. Owen, you got an outline?
Yeah. Just a reminder, this Saturday, November 1st, is the state tournament for boys and girls cross country. Both of our Little Hawk teams will be there. And hopefully we come away with a big state ship.
A state podium would be great.
Yeah,
a state ship would be even better.
Yes, that would be great. Other than that, not a lot of sports to talk about, except the football. Boys of Fall, big win against Ottumwa to end the season. 60-14 was the final score.
It was a statement win, despite it being the last game. We made a statement in our last game.
It was a big statement win. Jack Rogers was almost correct in a score prediction too.
I had a really, really close score prediction. I think I predicted 68-10, and the final score ended up being 60-14.
Yeah.
Very happy about it. We got to storm the field. A lot of fun. We had a pod picture, but we're not using it for the logo because it's not quite like the old one.
It's vaulted. But it was a great win all around. I mean, everyone just got to get in there, and it was just the most fun game of the year, getting a big win at home.
It was definitely the most fun. I think Des Moines East was also pretty fun, but since this was at home and it was senior night, the vibes were great. Everyone was energetic and flying around the field. Blaine Hike game, sorry, boys. A pick six, 2 picks, one of them being a pick six, 15 tackles, didn't play much on offense, but
also got a forced fumble towards the end too.
Chris Cabaizo, 4 touchdowns, 309 yards, 1 interception in garbage time. It was really
great. Another great game from him.
I also robbed a football from Ottumwa High School.
Maybe don't say that on air, but
it was given back promptly.
It was given back promptly, and we used it as our trophy because of how historic it was.
Yes, it was. It was like I said before, a statement win, and also back to back Chase Newton on the 5A Player of the Week. Congratulations, Chase. You've been playing great.
Let me just say, I'm absolutely pumped to see what Chris Cabaizo will be like senior year. I think he'll be a dog.
I think even next year, if him and Ames keep working, I think it's like real good.
Everybody's doubting the fact that he will be a good player by senior year. I don't know how you see that. You don't see that. Like, he's gotten so much better over the year, and he's only a sophomore.
Yeah, he's great.
If you compare him from week 1 to week 9, the development was unbelievable. I see a lot of promise out of that kid. A lot of promise. I think he's going to be real good in the next 2 years with the Little Hawks.
Honestly, I believe that his struggles came from nerves mostly, because I heard a lot of great things from Coach Moore over the summer about how talented this guy was. And I think just the nerves of being a sophomore starting on varsity, especially right off the bat, got to him a little bit early, but then he really settled in and showed his true colors, I think, later on in the season.
And another thing is that he only really got to embrace the starting job for a month, if that, under that, leading up to week 1 versus West. But now he's going to have a full offseason knowing that he's going to lead the offense. So I think he will develop greatly.
He's got a huge role to play, that kid. I'm proud of him. He's played great. I think he needed that Des Moines East game, got a lot of confidence out of that, and he played stellarly against Liberty and Ottumwa after that.
Shout out to Jack Lampy with 2 touchdown runs against Ottumwa and the longest run of the year, 81 yards, going to the house.
Yep. It's pretty.
Yep.
I just want to say that was probably the greatest blocking I've ever witnessed in my life. Literally, it was just perfection.
On Bear? It was there, right?
No, it was baseball.
That was baseball. That's the same thing. That's what we have. Yeah. So that
Absolutely beautiful. Pitch to the right. Chris Santarelli blocked down on the D end.
breaking news. Block someone. Chris Santarelli.
No, yeah, that was the first time I've ever seen Chris actually block someone. And then Blaine came out and kicked out the cornerback to the right. And then the safety was rolling down and Chase kicked him out too. And then it was just a wide open hole. Only had to beat the safety on the other side. And yeah.
And the gap. I remember watching it, and the gap, like you were just outrunning every Ottumwa player. Like the gap just increasingly just got bigger and bigger, and they were not catching you there.
The Little Hawk offense was unstoppable that game.
Unstoppable. Every time they got the ball, it was like a score.
Except
like,
for the one time.
Like
that was the
5 plays.
That was the last 5 minutes of the game.
Yeah, who cares about that?
That's who we can be. That's who we could be.
Could have.
But
that ship has sailed.
I'd also like to ask, how are you guys holding up? Obviously, it's probably pretty bittersweet knowing that a lot of your football careers have come to a close. I'd like to just see what your thoughts are in that category.
I can't speak on the future of at least Jack Lampy, but I know at least me and Rito, you're not going to go.
That was the last time I put on the helmet.
It was the last time me and Rito ever put on the pads and helmet, and we have now faded to dust because everyone knows life after football doesn't exist. You are just another face.
Yep. True. You'll never experience that excitement again, except for in 20 years' time when I'm coaching my son's flag football team.
Yes.
And he won't have a choice.
Not one choice. No. You are going right out there.
You are going to be Division I. That's, 7 years old. You're in the gym every day. All right.
Yeah. Every day.
Yeah.
Lifting weights 40 times your freaking weight, your own weight.
You're going to be weighing 50 pounds. You know how much you're going to be benching? 250. I'll say it.
Exactly. Yeah. All right. So now that football season's over, I mean, I kind of we should treat this pod as like a reminiscent pod of the last 4 years of just great fun seasons. Even Jack Rogers, one of the most loyal fans, 4 years on the football
I'd say
pod.
The most loyal fan.
Yeah.
Yes, except you did leave Southeast Polk early, so that's like that's one thing I could say.
But I was the last one standing.
Let's just go through.
There were still people there.
Real quickly here, like 3 max, just some favorite moments as a team, like favorite moments we went through as a team.
All right, we can do one. We can do like a draft, like we can do 1, 2, 3.
Yeah, we'll go like one around.
Yeah. Okay. Jack, you start because I think
I get 1 pick.
Yeah, you get 3 picks. Right now, you get 1 pick.
First up for first overall pick, I'm going to take City vs. West, Battle of the Boot last year. 2024. Jack Lampy makes the catch.
The tip drill catch.
Oh my gosh. The feeling of greatness that ran through my bones after that catch, after not doing a single thing that entire game.
Or the season.
Running cardio, they might say.
Yeah, running cardio for sure. Yeah, that's my pick.
That was an electric moment to make up for the dropped JV game-winning catch against Davenport Central. Sophomore year.
I'm going next. This goes all the way back to my freshman year.
Oh, yes.
Okay, it was the freshman-sophomore game against Ames. I love playing Ames. I wish we could have played them this year. But, the last drive of the game, we line up in this new formation thanks to Dr. Schneblin. And I'm lined up, standing up outside the tackles in the, 5 tech? No. Yeah, 5. Yeah, 5. 6. Anyway, doesn't matter. I rush off the edge and I sack the quarterback for my first career sack. And it should have been a safety.
Incredible.
I'll say it. I wish I still had access to it, but it was definitely a safety that did not get called back. My first sack of my career. So exciting. All the varsity players were lined up in the end zone watching too. And it was like
when they were hyping me up. Used to do that freshman year. They would line up on the behind the end zone and just observe us playing.
Yeah, it's just like, and then they were the wall.
It was like a committee. It was like a committee.
All right, you're up.
All right. I'm going to go back freshman year too to one of my favorite moments. Freshman year, it's West Liberty.
Oh,
and
yes.
A quick recap to earlier that game. It was like I was like on the kick return unit, something like that.
West Liberty?
Yeah, West Liberty. We played them. We played their freshman team. It was pretty random, but we did.
Wow.
early in the game on like a kickoff or kick return, I went head to head against our quarterback, and I guess I just wasn't too awake at the start of the game, so he threw me down, and he started like stomping over me, and I'm like, I can't have that happen. So now we go to the end of the game. It's their last drive on offense, and we're up. We need to get a big stop here. It's 4th down. The quarterback snaps it. Stepping to his right, I break through off the edge, and I get the sack.
Yes!
To get them off the field. And then to end it, I got my hand and stuck his helmet in the ground and got a flag for it.
It's okay.
I stuck his helmet in the ground, and the freshman coach Lair was very pissed off at me, but I didn't care. I got the game-winning sack, and I just had to get my get back.
That's a great moment.
That's a moment I'll always love.
My first overall pick, I guess, since I'm a loyal fan for the memories draft, would be one of the earlier games that I attended, 8th grade year, I'd say. It would be City High versus Dowling.
My.
In Bates, probably one of the greatest football games.
Okay,
I've ever
we
been
weren't
to.
even in high school for that yet, but that was like the greatest game ever. That actually was one of the best wins ever at Bates Field.
This was, but I remember, did Ben Keeter throw it or he caught it?
It
It was like a reverse.
I think they handed it. No, I think they handed it off to him, and then they reversed it back, and then back to the quarterback. It was like a triple reverse. Drew
And then they
Larson
threw it.
and I think it was Keely Maddox, maybe, who caught it in the end zone. And there was like
it was on like 4th and 15.
it was on 4th down. It was like under 2 minutes to play. We got that.
We were losing by
And
like
that was
4.
Yeah, well, that was for the win when we won that game 21.
Oh wait, no. We were losing by 3 because they were like, "Oh, you can kick the field goal and go to OT," and then we win for it on like 4th and 15.
We've always been a team not to kick it. We go for the touchdowns. But yeah, that was
because what happened against Johnson.
we were ranked number 4, I think. Dowling was ranked number 5, and it goes down as one of the greatest wins on Bates Field ever.
All right, Lamp, you're back up.
I'm gonna take I don't know if you guys remember this, but I think this was last year. No, 2 years ago, sophomore year.
Okay.
The old City versus West JV game where we had about 4
Oh, yes.
4 varsity. We had Noah Seidel. We had Matt Kuyu.
He played in that game too.
That was, and we lost the game.
Yeah, no.
We lost the game.
It was one of the more shocking.
We had literal varsity starters playing in the JV game because all of them were ineligible and it was their first time, so they were allowed to play, and we lost.
That was one of the more. I remember that. I cannot believe we lost that game. Mac, Noah, who else? It was like 4 of them.
Was there any moment in that game or like
I guess F Storm, per usual.
Was it close?
the usual?
I guess I'll sub that pick and I'll just go F Storm sophomore year.
Just generally.
That
Explain.
whole. So about every 2 or 3 plays, Coach Casey goes, hey, we're gonna do something new here, and then he calls F Storm, which was not new because he called it every 2 plays, and then I would score a touchdown or get about 50 yards every single time.
It was pretty insane. It was Cale Kongshot and the Jack Lamphy connection was.
It was basically what it was is a slot, and then you line up and you fake the corner, double move into a post. It's just wide open every single time.
I think he got a good 1,100 yards off that play alone that year.
Jack Lamphy was a great JV player. Speaking of JV, my next pick involves junior varsity, and we're going to go back to last year in my JV days. We were playing Linn-Mar. I had a heck of a game that game. I think it was the best I've ever played, maybe in any game ever. But I remember I went out on the field for 2 plays. I threw the quarterback to the ground. I got a sack, and then I hit my shin the very next play, and I didn't play another snap of defense, I think, for the rest of my career. So I think I went out.
Your last defensive play.
No, because then the next week against North Scott, I had the strip sack. So that was like a 2-1. A lot of sacks are my favorite memories, but I just remember running off the field after I got the sack because my shin hurt so bad and I still had to play offense.
I remember forcing a pick that same game. I came in and tackled the quarterback, hit him as he threw it. Get forced a pick.
That was a good game. I like that one.
Yeah. My next pick is that same year, JV. We went over to Ames to play them.
Oh yeah.
Good 2-hour drive, and I look around the bus. I count Coach Casey and Coach Smith, and that was it. We had 2 coaches going with us who neither of them ever called anything on defense. So we had no defensive coach for that game. So I look and I'm like, all right, I'm gonna call the plays. And I on the bus right there, I drew up this paper. I'll show you guys it real quick. But I drew up this paper of the plays, just of what I was gonna call that game. And it wasn't really anything like crazy, but it was just you know, just it would get it done. And luckily for us, I'll just say that was the worst JV team I've ever played against. They were so bad.
Incredible. They were. I think that's what Ames is rocking with now. I think that JV squad is just.
Yeah, and you can see why Ames isn't doing so hot now. I played against that team, and I'm like, wow, this team just not good.
Little side note for that, and that picture just unlocked a memory that we were actually on a school bus on a Tuesday night to go
2-hour drive. Tuesday night. It might have been Monday night.
No, it was Tuesday. It was some reason that we didn't play on Monday.
Well, yeah. School bus for a 2-hour drive was not fun. I think I got like 8 to 10 tackles that game, something like that. And just call it the plays.
We'll retouch on that game soon.
That was great. And also, Coach Montoya was at the game, and he was telling me that Coach Smith kept the play sheet after that game, and he gave it to Montoya, and Montoya holds this play sheet himself. So yeah, that's a good moment. Let's go to Rogers again.
My second overall pick, I would have to go with this year. Although it wasn't our best showing for the Little Hawks for the actual game, I think the paint fight was really fun prior to the game, as that is a City High senior tradition. And I was picking paint out of my ear for probably weeks following that. So it was a lot of fun. And then there was a lot of hype around that game as well. So yeah, I think that's what I'm gonna go with. That was 2025 City versus West.
That that was a good one. All right, let's go around one more. Just quick memory. Jack, you got another
last one?
Last one. We're gonna throw it all the way back to first ever City High football game at Kinnick Stadium. That was awesome, playing in Kinnick, especially towards the end when everybody started showing up for the varsity game. Even though we were down by 1 million, it was cool with how many people were there.
That's actually crazy. Our first ever game was literally in Kinnick Stadium. It's pretty nuts.
Do I remember Bobby Bacon throwing a touchdown pass to KP that game?
Yes, that was our only points of the game from what I remember.
And Jack Rogers videoed it.
Did you?
I think it was like 50-7. It was terrible.
Against Liberty.
We got blown out.
No.
But either way, playing on Kinnick is really cool. Rito, not last pick.
You know, that JV Ames game, despite how terrible they were, little old Cal Vitens and Rito Perez had a connection on Army left. And I got my first and final touchdown of my career. My celebration was pathetic for it being my only touchdown of my career. I thought there might have been more to come. No, there was not. That was the last one. So,
let's go.
You know, I think just catching that ball, I had a dropping issue in that game specifically and many other games. And I caught the ball in the end zone. And it's like, oh my God, I finally got a touchdown.
I remember there was a lot of screams from the sideline of Rito. There's a lot of that.
Yeah, I enjoyed dropping the ball.
For my last pick, I'll just give a quick shout out to this year for West week 1 when week 1 first defensive drive of the game, it was a 3rd down and I got a tackle for loss against Reese Wheeler. That was probably my favorite play of the season.
We'll call it a sack.
Okay.
We'll call it a sack.
Okay. Tackle for loss / sack.
I was hyped.
down.
I was absolutely hyped.
That was an electric moment. And I loved that. Rogers.
My third overall pick, I think I'm gonna have to go with I'd like to first this is an honorable mention. I'd like to say how sophomore year when we used to chant at how terrible of a job the seniors were doing at running the student section. So I thought
this
that was
what
fun.
year?
This was our sophomore year.
Our sophomore.
We used to be in the back of the student section chanting at the seniors about how bad of a job they did.
I can see that.
And then
I'm trying to think who would even carry the student section in that class, and
Grace Kersley.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
But yes, And then for my actual pick, I'd have to go with last year against Bettendorf. I think it was really hyped up game.
Oh yes.
Beat the number 1 team, had to win to get into the playoffs. So yeah, it was pretty electric, I'd say.
That was an electric win against number 1 Bettendorf, undefeated.
And then we moved up 0 seeds. And it was
We actually moved down.
we moved down a seed.
That last year too?
Yes.
This has happened twice now. It's just ridiculous. Ridiculous.
Pathetic is what it is. All right.
Wait. I have something to, just quick fire questions, like last 2 questions. What were our favorite stadiums to go to, except for Kinnick?
Kinnick's
Others
ruled out.
favorite stadiums to go to outside of Batesfield?
Valleys.
Valley?
Freshman
When we
year.
played
When we played
Dowling?
Dowling. Yeah, that was a good one.
That was a good one.
That's a cool
I liked
stadium.
that one. Yeah.
Lampy.
Um,
Besides Kinnick, by the way, you already used that one.
my number 1 pick, I'm gonna go Bettendorf.
It's just one. It's just one.
I
It's
thought
not
you
a
said
pick.
2.
No, it's just one.
Just one. Oof. You already said Valley. I'll say Bettendorf.
Yeah, Bettendorf Stadium's pretty cool.
Yeah, especially
I like theirs. Yeah, that's a good stadium. I
What
always liked Kingston Stadium.
that's what I was gonna say.
Yeah, Kingston Stadium, where Prairie, Kennedy, all the Cedar Rapids schools plays. That's a good one. I always
Prairie doesn't. Wash plays there. Wash,
Prairie
Kennedy,
has- okay.
Wash, yeah,
Wash, Kennedy. Okay, well,
the turf is not forgiving there. Though. The turf is definitely not forgiving.
but it's really cool,
yes,
and I like it.
I have 2 things. 8th grade year, Unidome.
Oh yeah.
Have to say that was fun to watch, even though no one here was in high school. But I would have to say Bettendorf. I'd have to agree with Jack because it's cool. It's in like a little valley. It's kind of cool, and I always had some standoffs with opposing fans.
1v50. Jack Rogers, a classic tale of.
what other stadiums are there?
I liked Cedar Falls this year. That was a good stadium.
Cedar Falls is a lot like Valleys, I think. Yeah.
Uh,
Linn-Mars is also pretty
Linn-Mars
cool.
is good.
Linn-Mar. Wait, I might change.
Yeah.
Linn-Mars is really good,
Yeah.
especially with they have a huge. The stands are huge on their
Huge.
home side.
Huge.
Let me
Yeah.
just say real quick. So me and Rito can say Ames got new turf last year, but before that, Ames turf was terrible.
No, that was like playing on concrete.
Literally, it
Yeah.
was the Ames turf before our junior year, like sophomore year, and before was so bad. It was like
Yeah, I remember our sophomore year there. I was like, how is everyone bleeding so much? Like
it was so bad. I remember this was like the sophomore game before the varsity game. I like made a tackle. I come up, look at my arm. There's just blood down the entire arm, and I'm like, my God, this is crazy.
They were due for some new turf.
Yeah.
All right. We got anything else? Any more questions?
Last thing, just quickly, just funniest moment, just the fun, maybe just a few funny, super funny moments.
Yes.
Throughout our careers.
You got one? You got anything?
I don't. I need to think too.
Yeah. Rogers, you got a funny moment?
I mean, we've said it a lot, but I'd probably have to say after we came up big away against Bettendorf, I think, was it? Or wait.
Yeah.
Yes.
When? Last year?
No, 2 years ago.
yes, it's both.
In the regular season.
Yeah.
Came up big, and following that win, had some interactions with Bettendorf parents that were a little bit heated, and I thought that was pretty funny. So
Yeah.
that'll be my
The rage
selection.
baiting. I actually, all right. I don't know if I'm not even supposed to say this, but this year, week 8 Liberty, when I'm getting up ready to go out of halftime of Liberty, and I just see our offensive coordinator Dan Sales going to every player with his the double barrel,
the double barrel and
Like,
to the nose.
yeah, just giving, which is like smelling salts
Yeah.
basically, and he was just going to every player nose by nose.
Not optional.
Well, it was optional,
but
it was optional.
he didn't. For me, it was not optional. He was.
It was so funny. I just see Dan Sales
Yeah.
doing that. That was hilarious.
I got a funny one involved in that game too.
Yeah, what you got?
Me and number 5, I think he's a junior. Jackson is his name on Liberty. We was the drive when Chris had a great ball to Chase, and I was like, he's like, I like hit him in the head or something with my helmet. And he was like, he used some profanity involving FUP. And then I was like, and then they saw the touchdown, and it was amazing. It was just staring him down and talking to him the entire way down to the field goal block. It was good. It was a good instant karma moment.
I'd probably have to go this one because of how utterly, unbelievably not possible in any way you could think it would be.
Don't you dare say it. Ram and Bowl?
No,
Okay.
no. I'm going to take freshman year, quarterfinals, sub-state,
Not sub-state.
Johnston.
Oh, God.
Thomas Kasobiak.
Thomas Kasobiak from the gosh darn 20-yard line. I think he was at the 10, like a 20-yard field goal. 25 maybe at most.
It was a shoo-in.
Absolutely shanked it. Wasn't even close.
Speaking of Thomas, he's in Prague right now. Don't know what he's doing there. You should be practicing your field goals.
And what makes that story even greater and funnier? I'm with Shamar Benton and Thomas Kasobiak at practice one day,
Oh, yes.
and I overhear Thomas Kasobiak goes, if it comes down to a game-winning field goal, I'm missing it.
And it did.
And guess what? That's just what happened.
That's just what happened.
Just the irony and that gosh darn. I just can't believe it.
Yeah, those are some good moments, boys. All right. Since we have no games this week, should we do some playoff matchups?
Let's do a couple.
Well, we can do
Well,
big
no,
one.
here's what
some of them we'll
here's what
find
I
are
propose.
just going to be a
Here is what I propose. We just do quick fire. We don't really think about it. We just quick fire, go through all the games, and just give quick predictions.
Okay, first off, we have Dowling versus Waterloo West. That Dowling.
Clean
Dowling.
sweep Dowling. That is
Lampy,
easy.
say Dowling, please.
Say Dowling.
Dowling versus who?
Waterloo West.
Dowling.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, next up, another gimme.
There's a lot of
Walking
games.
Northwest.
Milwaukee Northwest versus Indianola, which I did not think. Indianola, by the way.
Walking Northwest.
Yeah, Walking Northwest.
Forgot about that
They're
video.
they're gonna get the free win there.
Hey, say it.
Lock in.
Don't you dare.
Sorry. Go again.
Walking Northwest versus Indianola.
Milwaukee Northwest.
All right, here's a good one, maybe. Johnston versus Centennial.
That could be decent.
Johnston.
But I'm
Johnston.
taking Johnston.
Johnston.
That's a clear Johnston. Centennial's not what they used to be. Johnston's good. Another Liberty versus Waukee.
Liberty.
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 Liberty Bibberty.
But if Waukee gets the win, I would be so high.
I will be reposting Waukee. I'll be reposting Waukee players
repost
posts.
I could see it, considering they just beat Milwaukee Northwest.
Should we go
but
to that game, boys?
Is that it? Oh yeah, it would be
yeah,
at
it's in
Lib.
Liberty.
I could see it.
I'd go.
And I would be happy if Milwaukee won, but I'm going to take Liberty.
All right, boys. And what else? Next up, there's an actually good one.
Yeah.
Ankeny versus Southeast Polk.
Good one here.
That might-
Sepp
Good
knows
one
how to
here.
do it in the playoffs.
Okay. Sepp always gets it done in the playoffs, but Ankeny, dude, they're so good.
Ankeny beat Valley.
All right. I'm going Ankeny. There's no way Southeast Polk can do it another year, right? Right? There's no way, right? There's no way.
38-0 to Liberty, by the way, at halftime. We were doing better against Liberty than they were.
Yeah. So I'm gonna take Ankeny.
What I'm going to say is Southeast Polk is turning out to be a lot like the gosh darn Kansas City Chiefs.
Yep.
You don't think they can do it in the playoffs, and somehow every year they get it done somehow in some way. Last year, lost to the Eagles,
was the best case.
which was, I didn't think it would happen, but they got absolutely destroyed. Anyways, going off course. I don't know. I really don't know what to think. I'm going to take Ankeny, but again, I just wouldn't be surprised if Polk finds a freaking way to win.
You can't bet against Polk in the playoffs. I'm going Polk.
Wow.
Yeah, sorry, I switched up there. Next one, Dad's alma mater versus Prairie.
What is Dad's alma mater?
Valley.
Hold on.
What the-
Hold on.
What the heck?
What?
All right,
Yo.
for the people that don't know.
No, they know.
Oh, they know.
Hey,
If
they
you're
know.
listening to this podcast and you don't know, click off the screen now. Go
You are
listen to
not
something
a
else.
true freaking listener.
All right, so Valley versus Prairie.
Yes, Valley versus Prairie.
Okay.
Valley, Dawson Cole loses to Derek Perez. Always, 10 times out of 10.
Valley versus Prairie?
Yeah.
Valley. Nah, give me Prairie. I want an upset this week. Give me
Stop.
Prairie.
All right, Valley's not as good as they were before, but Valley will get the win here.
DCG Sioux City East.
Sioux City East. I think that's actually a
Wow,
really
really?
good. I think this
Sioux
is a
City
really.
East.
That's a tight one.
I think this is
DCG.
a really good game.
You know what? DCG's looked good. I'm just gonna give it to DCG. I'm feeling DCG wins.
All right, last one.
I already know
OSOR
what this-
versus Cedar Falls. This is also a very good game.
That is a great game. But West is winning that, isn't it? Doesn't West play on the road?
Yes.
West has got to win that. I got West in that.
West High.
I think the reason Cedar Falls wins the game is because of their epic walkout. Their amazing
They have
walkout.
a great walkout.
They have a great walkout in basketball too.
Yeah.
Or a great pregame.
Yeah.
It's probably the most intimidating thing I've ever
Yeah.
seen.
They got like the Kirk Ferentz psychology major in that AD or something. But yeah, their walkouts are intimidating.
Yeah.
I'm going Cedar Falls.
Remember preseason game at Cedar Falls? They had smoke coming out during their starting lineups. They had spotlights going everywhere. They had like
Indiana Hoosier pinstripes.
pinstripe pants. It's just like actually like so intimidating.
What I gotta say is, Cedar Falls, we were playing with them for half the game, and that wasn't even at our peak this season. They're at home. I don't know. I just don't. I think West is the better team, so I'm gonna take West.
Yeah, I do too.
I want Cedar Falls to win, and I'm picking them, but
Yeah.
I will not be surprised if West wins.
All right, final thing, boys. Right before first round starts, I want everyone to make a prediction right now on who's winning it all, state championship
All right.
for football.
Let's go. I like that.
And we'll come back to it and see who is right and who is
You
wrong.
start. You start. You start.
This year's state football champion. I got Walking Northwest winning it all. I just do. I just feel like they're gonna win it all. They just look like the best team out there. Matt Keitlin, incredible year.
Go.
This team has absolute God Squad superstars from transfers from everywhere, recruits from everywhere, and they're a great all around team. And I think they've been in the playoffs before. I think they can get it done. I'm going to take Dowling Catholic.
We've got a bittersweet taste in our mouths after last year, losing in the state championship. It's just, to Southeast Polk themselves. They're not repeating.
Wait.
They're not repeating. We are.
Oh.
The Valley Tigers.
And that's the worst pick yet.
The Valley Tigers are going all the way, and Jaden McGregory wins his state championship, crowns off his stellar career.
3 words.
McGregor on 1 million backs. McGregory for 1 million flashbulbs.
3 words.
Okay.
Overrated.
That's one word. I don't care.
Overrated. And overrated.
Down to the final pick.
Yes.
I'd like to say this.
He's gonna hype him up for the last.
There is one team in the state with outstanding detail. Okay. There's one team that happens to have lost to the Little Hawks at one point, or happened to have beat the Little Hawks at one point this year. So they were on our schedule. They looked very well against the Little Hawks. And they also happen to love this podcast. Okay.
Oh, yes.
Oh, wow.
So I will be taking the Liberty Lightning to take home the state championship this year. This is their year. They've been there and they look like they have it. Okay. And they've been in the situation and they know what they need to do and they'll do it.
Bang.
All right. We forgot something.
All right, so-
we forgot something, boys. Sit back down.
That's I like that. But it's 4 different choices we all have. That just shows
I really
how
like that.
unpredictable these playoffs can be.
And I think last week I proposed a challenge to you all of reports of detail, of having exceptional detail. And then the very next day, I'll let Jack Rogers take it from here.
I mean, we were in the car and I'm sitting there listening to this gosh darn beeping sound over and over and over again. And it happened once and I was like, okay. And he was like, don't report this to the detail police, please. Because this is just one slip up. The next 5 times we get into the car, I get rang in my ears with the beeping sound over and over again. And that just can't be passed up. This is a moment of detail that needs to be reported to the committee. Okay. And he failed, honestly, at our challenge.
I failed my own challenge, boys. I'm sorry. Hey, I'm proposing the challenge again. This next podcast, you will hear no reports of bad detail from anyone.
We need a clean week, everybody.
We do. I think we could use
Fully detailed week. Here we go.
Halt.
for City High
Halt.
morale.
I have zero detail as well. Not me. I have zero detail to speak of.
Oh no!
Oh,
Oh no!
oh no.
And it's from this gentleman to my gosh darn right. All right. Let me just
Who is Owen Rayfield?
so Quiet Coyote.
Okay, no sidebars.
All right. It's a late night. We watch Sunday Night Football, right? Or wait, no, that would be Thursday. Yeah, Thursday Night Football. Chris Davis's house. We're coming home a little late. We're talking about visiting the kids, the elementary school kids on game day,
Wait
right?
a second.
No, this was touched on last week.
Touched on
Quiet
last week.
Coyote. Quiet Coyote. No sidebars, please and thank you. And I'm thinking, everybody's thinking, I don't know, guys. It's real early. We're not going to get much sleep. We got a game. No. Detail is showing up to your last gosh darn high five at the elementary school. All right. That is detail. All right. Not getting your sleep in, not anything else. It's doing your job and freaking giving some little kids some high fives on your last gosh darn football game day. All right. And Owen Rayfield doesn't want to do that. He wants to sleep instead because he checks his phone and he sees it's 28 degrees. Got me drooling because I'm so gosh darn peed off about freaking Owen's lack of detail. All right. I don't care if it's gosh darn negative 30. All right. You give those kids some high fives and you make their freaking lives amazing.
I'm going
all
to
right?
say something really quickly. You said this last week.
We literally touched on this.
Although that was a great lecture from D. Jack Limpy.
You know what? I'll be inspired by it. I'll have better.
I couldn't remember if I said it last week.
That was the premise of the rule of Rito's challenge.
All right.
So
Okay, well, we repeated the exigence of the rule.
I'll just say the detail was so bad I just had to say it twice.
You know what? And
Jack Limpy wore a green sweatshirt on the final team meeting.
the green
The
sweatshirt.
detail is crazy.
Hold on, we got to find something Jack Rogers did. He can't.
I have so much detail that there's nothing that you can even talk about.
I've been in the weight room at 6:45 every morning. You know where I haven't seen? Jack Rogers.
There you go.
Haven't
Right
seen him
there.
yet. That's
Right
the
there.
detail. Next week,
Right there.
everyone, exceptional detail this week. Go Little Hawks, cross country state championship inbound, and we'll see you next week.